Welcome back to StumanRides. We are here at Chuckwalla Valley Raceway again for another video. Today we are going to talk about what it takes to become a motorcycle racer. So most motorcycle racers start out here, and that's doing a track day. So these guys are doing the track day here today, and they're going to be out riding on the track, practicing. And that's usually the way most guys get started. So you go to do some track days, start riding in the track days C group or the beginner group, and then you move up to the B group, you go a little bit faster, and then you move up to the A group, and then you might think about going racing. So most motorcycle racers, most motorcycle racing organizations require that you have some track day experience and that you be a proficient rider before you start racing. Well, once you think you're ready, you do the new racer school, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm actually the new racer school instructor out here at Chuckwalla Valley Raceway, and we're going to have about 16 guys that are looking to get their racing license today. And so all of those guys that come through this system, right, they go to the morning riders meeting, they go out and ride on the track, done a bunch of track days, and they think they're fast enough to go racing, so it's my job to certify that they are. So we're going to walk you through that process today, let you know what it takes to become a new racer. So one of the things that all the new racers have to do, and everybody at track days has to do, is put their bikes through tech, right? So you guys have, if you're interested in racing, you've probably done some track days before, and so you know what the deal is with tech. So tech for track days, tech for racing is usually a little bit different. There's some more stringent requirements if you want to actually go racing. To do the new racer school here at Chuckwalla, it's the same technical requirements as if you were doing any other track day, right? So we don't require, for the new racer school, we don't require that you have numbers or have everything safety wired or anything like that. But so first part of new racer school, get your bike teched, and then we're gonna have these guys come into a classroom. We're gonna do a quick little get together and send them out on track for their first session. So once again, CVMA New Racer School, you guys are here to get your racing license. This is a safety school, not a coaching school, all that kind of stuff. Again, my name is Stuart, my nickname is Stuman. I'll be your instructor today. It's my job to certify that you are ready to go racing. The first qualification is you need to come to my classrooms on time. If you're late for the classroom, you're going to fail, right? So after the session ends, you're going to come right in here. We're going to do a classroom. We'll get you out of here as quickly as we can. I don't want to keep everybody waiting, so please be on time. Otherwise, I won't give you a license. Number two, you're going to ride today out on track in the Racer 2 group, and you're going to get through the entire day of racing without falling down. So if you can't ride one day on a racetrack without falling down, especially like during the new racer school, then I can't get your racing license.
But it's the scrolling kind of stack.
And then lastly, I don't want you guys doing anything stupid while you're out there. There's a lot of stupid things that you could do, and this is my kind of catch-all. It's up to my judgment. If I see you doing something that I feel is really stupid, it shows bad judgment in my eyes, and I don't want somebody with bad judgment out on the racetrack racing super close with a bunch of my friends. So, that is what the new racer school is about. This school is about safety stuff, right? Mostly safety and procedures. A lot of what you're going to hear today, you may have heard before in riders' meetings at track days. So they go through like flags and what to do if you crash and all that kind of stuff at riders' meetings. How to enter the racetrack, how to exit the racetrack, all that kind of stuff. So the reason we cover that stuff here is because on a race weekend, all of that safety stuff becomes extra important, right? When you're at a track day, they almost take it lightly, right? Because, I don't know, they make mistakes, they try to make the riders' meetings fun and joke around or whatever. Like, safety on a racetrack on a race weekend is serious business. The main reason for that is because, number one, we're going a lot faster. And we're riding a lot closer together, right? There's no passing rules on a race day, right? So you can get as close as you want to that person. Sometimes you rub up against them, whatever, if you trust the guy enough. But when we're riding that close together at those kinds of speeds, like everybody needs to be on the same page as far as the safety goes, right? So, and when I say a lot faster, I mean, you'll see, it's a lot faster, right? So, getting ready to go out on track. The new racers are going to have their orange vests on, and they'll be heading out on track for their practice session. Done our first classroom. See a bunch of the expert guys heading out, so there might be some amateurs out here as well. Why is it that the loudest motorcycles are often the slowest? I'm not sure why how that works. But anyway, there goes one of our new racers out on the track on his R1. Got the orange vest on, and yeah, so anyway, part of the new racer school is basically you get to go out on track and ride as if it was a track day. So however, they are riding in a racer practice, so there are no passing rules. They can get as close as they want. The new racers all wear those orange vests so that the more experienced racers know that they are a new racer, and they'll probably give them a little bit more room when they're going by, just not to not to get too close to them. I, on the other hand, as a new racer school instructor, will probably try to take the paint off their bike as they go by. We'll see that a little bit later. Yeah, anyway, so new racers heading out on a track for their practice session. Once that's done, we'll do another classroom.
So this pattern repeats most of the day. You go out on the track, you ride for a bit, you come into the classroom, we talk about some safety stuff, some procedures, then you go back out on the track and ride again. There's 4 classroom sessions, and then we do a little race at the end of the day.
Going to go out and ride with the new racers and check them out on the racetrack. So part of my job as a new racer school instructor is I need to certify that the racers are capable riders, right? We want to make sure they're not sketched, they're not all over the place. The biggest thing that we look for in a new racer is we want them to be safe and predictable, right? I'm not as concerned about how fast they're going. I'm more concerned about, are they on the racing line? Are they staying on the racing line? Are they, looking around, worried about who's around them? That's usually a very bad sign. We want guys that are focused, guys and girls, that are focused on moving forward, what's ahead of them, staying on the racing line, and just kind of minding their own business, right? So I'm gonna go out. I got my Ducati Street Fighter here. That is the bike that I use to check the new racers out. And so I'll go out on that, and I usually try to ride behind them for a couple corners just to see them, and then I'll usually pass them at some point. If they look confident, I might get a little bit closer. If they're, maybe not quite as confident, I might give them a little bit more room. But my intent when I pass them is just to make sure that they can hold their line while being passed. That's really the big thing. So, yeah, we'll jump on the Street Fighter. We'll go out, check them out, and see how they're doing.
Okay, so I got getting a little lucky here. Looks like one of the new racers in the orange vest entering the track right in front of me. So it's a good opportunity to make sure that the rider enters the track properly. One of the big things about racing, entering and exiting the racetrack is one of the most dangerous times. That's when you're doing something a little bit different from everybody else. So I want to make sure that the rider stays to the right-hand side of the track like they just did. come past this apex on the first right-hander, and then you can blend into the racing line. So that's what I did. That's what the rider in front of me did with the orange vest. So good job by the new racer. Shows good judgment. They know how to enter the racetrack properly. Hopefully they do the same thing when it comes time to exit. So I'll follow them here for a little bit, check it out, make sure that they're paying attention to what they're doing, not looking behind them, not worried about any other riders near them. I want to make sure that they can hold the line okay. And if that all looks good, then I'll probably pass them after I've checked them out for a couple corners. So follow them through the bowl and through those S's onto the back straight. We're going to go up over the top of what we call crash corner here. And then we're going to come down this hill, and the rider looks good. So make a pass, give him plenty of room when I go by, and we'll go off in search of another new racer to check out. So skip ahead a little bit here in the video and go to coming up on a couple new racers here. So we have an amateur racer making a pass here. The racer didn't stand the bike up or anything, just held their line, so that was a good job. Shows good judgment, shows they're not too concerned about what's going on behind them. There's another new racer in front of that rider, and so they are holding their line. Everything looks good here, so I'll go ahead and pass this first one. Chase down the second one, make sure that they're looking good. Holding their line, not worried about what's behind them, running at a pretty good pace here. So coming into, this is turns 5 and 4 at Chuckwalla. The rider looks like they're holding their line, so I'll go around the outside of them here, make sure that they don't run it wide into me or anything like that. All looks good. So another couple new racers that look good out on the racetrack. We'll go out and see if we can find some others. So here we are again, coming into the bowl. Nice bank corner at Chuckwalla. Love this corner. It's really neat. Feels like you're really leaned over pretty far, and it's a whole lot of fun. So another new racer just up in front of us. Looks like they're running a pretty good pace. Holding a nice line through the S's onto the back straight. So this is a rider on an ultra lightweight bike, probably an R3, I believe. And we'll follow them for a couple corners here. Looks like they're doing a good job holding their line. Lots of corner speed over the top of the hill here on the ultra lightweight bike. So that's good stuff. We'll come on to the short straight here and go by them, give them a little room, and off in search of another rider. So this is pretty much what I do for a few sessions out of each day. I want to see each of the new racers on the track at least once. And again, I'm just looking to make sure that they have good judgment, that they're doing everything right. They're not concerned about riders behind them or anything like that. I want to make sure that they're on a fairly decent racing line, and that they're holding that line when they're being passed, or if they're passing other riders. I want to make sure that they're making, polite passes. I don't want the new racers being overly aggressive during the new racer school. No need for that. Looks like the rider in front of me running a strong pace, runs right up behind the rider in front. They're both ultra lightweight bikes, both of them on, I believe those were Cowie 400. So a lot of corner speed on the ultra lightweight bikes, just not a whole lot of straightaway speed. So it's a great bike to actually start out on. So here we go again. One new racer. Went by. This one on in the green vest. Another new racer there. Both looking pretty good, holding their lines, no issues. Off in search of another one, and we'll go and check them out. So again, we're just looking to make sure that they're holding their line, they're on a decent line, not concerned about anybody behind them, showing good judgment out on the racetrack. So it's nice to come up on them when they're entering or exiting to make sure that they can do that, that they are doing that correctly. But while they're out on the track, you just need to see them for a corner or two to make sure that they're not sketch. And everybody in this class was awesome, doing a great job. You can see they're all running at a pretty strong pace and holding their lines, not worried about what's behind them, no matter what size bike they're on. Sometimes when a rider is on a slower motorcycle, they're concerned about people passing them, looking behind them. They can be very distracted. That's not a good thing when you're out on a racetrack. You really don't need to worry about what's behind you. You need to worry about what's in front of you. And everybody here is doing a great job with that. So good job by all the new racers. All looking good on the racetrack. They're going to ride the rest of the day, switching on and off between classrooms and on-track sessions, and then they'll get to do a little race at the end of the day.
Right, so we're winding down the end of the day here, and we're getting ready for the new racer race. So all day the new racers have been in and out of the classroom. They were riding in the Racer 2 group, which is the slower paced of the two racer groups. Racer 1 is the kind of expert fast guys. Racer 2 still really fast, just not quite as fast. So the new racers were out riding in that all day long, alternating between on-track sessions and then in the classroom. And now what we're going to do is we're going to send them out and we're going to grid them up and we're going to do a little 3-lap race. So it doesn't matter where they finish in this race. What we want is for them to finish. And so we're going to line them up. We're going to send them all down into turn 1, and they'll have a good race. Hopefully each of them will have somebody to race with. And then after that, they'll come back in here. We'll give them some certificates, and they will be licensed racers. All right, so we're out here on the pre-grid, getting ready to do the new racer race. We're going to send these guys out. They're going to do 3 laps, and then they'll get their riding certificates. I'm going to have a little chat with each of them before I let them out on the track, and then we'll send them out and turn them loose. So 3-lap race. You're going to go out, you're going to do a sighting lap, come onto the front straight, we'll grid you up. 3-lap race, and we'll see you in there. Not yet, hold up. Okay, so we're going to send you out on a sighting lap. You're going to come onto the front straight, we're going to grid you up, start the race, do 3 laps, and then I'll see you inside. Okay. Do 1 sighting lap. You're going to come around onto the front straight, and then we're going to grid you up. Do a 3-lap race, and then I'll see you inside. There'll be a warm-up lap before the race, or no? 1 sighting lap, onto the front straight, we grid you up and start the race. Got it. No warm-up lap. No warm-up, just a sighting lap. Got it. So here we are on the front straight, getting ready to start the new racer race. We're going to have the guys coming out of the turn here. We're going to put them in the grid position so you can see we got these little white lines on the track to indicate where we start from. So we're going to line them all up on these spots, and they're all going to go down into turn 1 just as fast as they can. And for a lot of them, it's probably going to be the most exciting experience of their entire lives. No joke. It's like the first time you do a race start, and it's like a 40-bike drag race down into the corner, or it narrows down into 1 line, and it's pretty exciting. In this case, we don't have 40 bikes, but we do have 12. So imagine a 12-bike drag race into a funnel that funnels you into 1 line, and the guy that gets there first gets to take the lead, and everybody else has got to slot themselves into position behind. So it's pretty damn cool, and these guys are going to get a chance, guys and girls. We got 2 girls in the class as well. So these guys and girls are going to get a chance to do their first race start here in just a minute.
and they are off. So they got 3 laps to sort this out. Doesn't really matter who wins, really matters who finishes. So we're gonna hope that they get through this unscathed. So we got a nice pack there heading into the bowl. And nice bank corner here at Chuckwalla Valley Raceway. We've got 2 guys up front battling for the lead. Looks like an outside pass. In the end of the bowl, now up the hill, onto the back straight they go. 2 riders side by side. Whoa, looks like one guy must have hit the dirt there, ran a little bit wide, got forced out by that lead rider. And that's the way it goes in racing. They're allowed to get close. So these guys got 3 laps, and whoever finishes this race is going to get a racing license.
How's it doing out there, Jordy?
And so
Oh yeah, I know. I meant the race.
So here we go, white flag coming out, letting them know that they got 1 more lap to go.
I don't know who it is, but he's leading 600 to 1,000.
Yeah, they're going.
Is it that corner speed?
Yeah. So we were just saying, it looks like maybe a Ninja 400 out in front of all the other bikes. So we got guys on 1000s, guys on 600s. I believe we got a Ninja 400 out in front of them all. So big time corner speed on that. But everybody doing a great job. Starting to get a little bit spread out, so not quite the battles that there were before. On to the back straight. Our leaders are going down into turn 10. Looks like the 600. Looks like the 600 maybe got the 400 on the brakes at the end of the back straight. So, oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Still 400 in the lead. So, our photographer Robert gonna get photos of everything. And here we go. So here's our leaders. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this on camera, but our leaders coming through turn 7 and 6, and now into 5 and 4. So we believe that leader on an ultra lightweight motorcycle. So that's like a 400cc Kawasaki Ninja 400 most likely. The second place rider on an R6. So that 400, not a whole lot of horsepower, and you can see the ground the 600 makes up on the straights, but the little bike is not slowing down at all for the corners. So here we go, on to the front straight. Here comes our race leader, and he's gonna take the win. There it is. Win goes to the ultra lightweight bike, so a Kawasaki Ninja 400. Aprilia RS 660 behind them, a couple R1s, some 600s, R6s, so good job by the riders. Now we're going to go into the classroom, give these guys a certificate, and they will be, guys and girls, a certificate, and they will be licensed racers. So, give yourselves a hand. Good job. You got your license, you're loving it. So, what'd you think of the school?
Awesome. It was good.
Awesome. Pretty good? Did you have a good time?
Oh yeah.
So what did you think about the start and everybody going down in turn 1?
Exciting.
Was it what I said it would be?
Yeah, glad to be on the front row.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you guys are now one of the very small percentage of motorcycle riders that are actually motorcycle racers. I congratulate you. It's a really good job. Hope to see you out here racing with CBMA and having a good time. We're going to go out front. We're going to do a group photo, and then you can get your paperwork done, get your license and your number and all that kind of stuff if you want to do it today. If you're racing tomorrow, you need to do that today. If you're not racing tomorrow, you can do it online or later on if you want.
So we don't need to come back in if we're not racing.
If you're not racing tomorrow, do it online. We can take care of all that stuff later. So let's head right out to the Cali photo trailer. We're going to do a group photo. We'll get you out of here. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for this episode of StumanRides. I hope that you get a better feel for what it takes to go racing, and if you're currently doing track days, and thinking that you're going pretty good and maybe want to go racing, then this video maybe might motivate you a little bit to come on out and join the racers here. So most racing organizations run a program very similar to what I'm doing here, and if you get your racing license with another racing organization, you can typically use that racing license at other orgs in your area. So for example, here with CVMA, if you get a racing license with us, you can race with CVMA, you can race with CRA, you can race with AFM. I believe there's a couple racing organizations now in Arizona that also accept reciprocity. The racing organization in Utah at Miller Motorsports Park also has reciprocity with us. So I think most of the northern West Coast organizations like OOMRA, there's a couple, forgive me if I don't know all the acronyms, but up in like Oregon, PPIR, those racing organizations usually will accept our new racer school in order for you to get your racing license. And we accept theirs too. So if you go to AFM school and you want to come down and race with CVMA, we're all about that. So I hope you got something out of the video. Hope it gives you a better feel for what you need to do to go racing. If you did like the video, please like it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. Click the bell icon so you can get notified when I publish new videos, which I keep saying I'm going to do more of them, but I don't, because it's a lot of work to edit these things. So I will do more. I think I got some ideas for maybe some more riding technique stuff, and maybe do some bike reviews and things as well. So keep your eye on my channel for more videos. Hope you enjoyed this one, and thanks a lot for watching.